Okay, this is our last video here in the series for the JM 793 course. In this last video, I'm going to cover assignments, quizzes, and lessons. Now you may ask kind of why we combined all three of these into one video, since they sort of will take up the bulk of your course. The reason why is the procedure for inserting them is very similar to what you've seen both for the labels and for the forums above. As with both labels and forums, with your editing button turned on, you come down here to the lower right hand corner of any section, the section that you want to place either the assignment, the lesson, or the quiz in, and you click the Add an Activity button, and you'll see the option to add an assignment up here. A couple of options for assignments which I'll cover, or add a lesson, or add a quiz. Let me first start with assignments. In terms of assignments, I'd recommend that you create and upload a single file assignment. That's the assignment that you guys see in the majority of your courses here that you've taken so far. Just like the forum, when you click it, a box will pop up that will have the assignment name. So I'm going to call this demo assignment. You have to come in and give it a description. You scroll down, you can set the parameters for the grade points. For this, I'm just going to select 100. You can select when it is available, when it is due. Available is when students can see it. Usually I disable that to always leave it on. Usually a due date we disable as well sometimes, just depending on what you want. The box that you want to pay particular attention to is here, where it says upload a single file under the assignment. Allow resubmitting. That lets the students go in and resubmit if they made an error on it or they want to submit it again. The option that I particularly like is alert email alerts to teachers. By default, it's selected to no. I would suggest that you click it to yes. What this will do is when a student submits an assignment, you'll get an email that says, tells you that assignment's been submitted in the course. This prevents you from having to constantly go in and check if students have submitted work for you. So again, I'd suggest enabling that. Click Save and Return to Course, and then we will see, I stuck this in the bottom of section 1. I'll see my my demo assignment right here. Again, as with the forum, it's the insertion procedure is just identical to a forum. I'm going to click the red X there to delete that demo, because I don't want you guys to have a demo assignment in there when you start creating your courses. Next, what I'm going to cover is quizzes. For quizzes, I've built in your demo course here at the bottom of section number 3, I've put in a quiz. You can add a quiz, as always, by going to the Add an Activity, scroll down and select Quiz. I'm just going to go in and show you how to edit the one that we've inserted here. In terms of all of the editing that you can do on it. When you open up the quiz, you hit the Edit tab here in the upper right corner, and then this will let you go in and look at all of the questions that have been added to that quiz, how many points you're going to add to that quiz, let you create new questions, let you look at results in terms of students who have taken it, preview the quiz, things like that. At first, this interface might look a little bit overwhelming to you, but let me sort of walk you through the basics. Over here on the right-hand side is where you're going to have sort of a list of your questions that you'll have that you can put in the quiz. Over on the left-hand side is the quiz that you're assembling in terms of the order. You'll see right now for this demo quiz, there's just 2 items in there. A description, which is just a little tag that sits at the top that tells you what the quiz is about, and then 1 multiple choice question. To add questions to this quiz, you come over here where it says Create a New Question on the right side, and then you have the option of selecting from all sorts of questions in terms of true, false, multiple choice, short answer, embedded matching. You can go through and sort of explore those various options on your own. For us, we usually use either true, false, or multiple choice. Here, I'll walk through and walk you through a multiple choice. So you click multiple choice. You'll put in a question name. So the question name, I'll put demo question. Down here under the question text field, this is the actual text that you want to put in the question. This is the text that students are going to see when they go to take the quiz. Scroll down here. You can leave the general feedback blank. That's just a general feedback section for the quiz. What you really want to get down here are the choices. Choices 1 would be answer 1. So for example, this is going to be, answer A. The feedback, you can give the feedback in terms of if a student selects that, something that you want to give them. For example, let's say that it's a wrong answer. You want to point them to the right answer. You might type in here, say, see page 103, chapter 4 of our reading for the response. What is important here is that both you display an answer and then you come here for grade. And under the grade drop down, by default, it's at none, which means this would be an incorrect answer. But you can select from none to minus 100% to plus 100%. Obviously, if it's multiple choice and you have one answer, you're going to want to select 100% on this if this indeed is the correct answer. If you have two answers, for example, you'd be 50% for each answer, 3 answers, 33%, things like that. You can select negative percentages. What that actually does is that takes away points if a student answers it incorrectly. We tend not to use those. I just recommend using the positive. So for example, let's say that that's 100% for the correct answer. I come down here, multiple choice, answer B. I have to have at least 2 answers in multiple choice, and again I'll leave my grade there as none. When you're done, you scroll down to the bottom and click Save Changes. And then what you'll see now is your demo question will be sitting over here, the question you just added, over here in your question pool on the right-hand side. To add that over here to my actual quiz on the left, I hit this little arrow. It says Add to Quiz. Looks like a couple of blue greater than signs. I click that, and now I've added it here to my quiz. Now notice it's at the bottom of the quiz. Whenever you add something here from the right hand side, it will stick it over at the bottom. If you don't like the ordering of that, for example, you want that question to be question number 1 instead of, in this case, question number 2, we just hit these little arrows to move these guys up or down. Once you set up the quiz and you're happy with it, you can adjust the points for each question. They don't have to be the same. For example, maybe you want one question worth more points than another. And then what is important here is to set the maximum grade. So the maximum grade should equal the total grade here that I have for this. So for example, if I only had 2 questions here and I wanted these to be total to be 10 points, I'd want this to be 5 points for this and 5 points for that to be 10 points. When you're done and you're happy with it, you click your Save Changes. That will save any changes that you've made. You can hit the Preview tab up here to actually preview it and see what students see.